here. Tisk, tisk. Oh, it's starting all over again. What a night for digging clams! My pail runneth over. You startle me, Arabella. Oh, nonsense. No wonder I'm on edge. Wait until you read this.
You know I never read newspapers. What's the point? They're always filled with unpleasant things.
Oh, you'll want to read this.
What's the mystery?
We mustn't speak too loud. He might overhear us.
Who?
Don't be dense, Arabella. Who else? Cousin Ebenezer.
No, I thought you might have meant the general.
We have nothing to fear from the general. He's always a gentleman, the last of a vanishing breed. Go on, read.
The whole page?
The employment column.
Announcements, vital statistics, psychics and advisors. Oh, it's all rubbish.
Employment.
Please note, when responding to ads in this section, you may be required to enroll in school.
Not that. Go on.
Air conditioning, heating and air conditioning installer, only experience need apply.
Under nurse wanted. Read what's under nurse wanted.
Here it is. Nurse wanted. Nurse wanted for a most unusual patient. Isolated location, excellent salary. Applicant must be young and attractive, have no living relatives or social entanglements, must interview in person, apply at Ye Old Wayside Inn, out from Saltmarsh Road in Gloucester. Oh no.
Oh yes. I found the newspaper propped up against his dressing mirror. Why he wants a mirror is beyond me.
You went into his room? You know he doesn't allow anyone in there.
He's been acting so odd lately. More than usual. You must have noticed.
We both know he has his little fits and moods, but they're not as bad as they used to be.
Wishful thinking. He's going off the deep end again. That's why I took the chance and went into his room. I had to find out what he's up to.
Where is he now?
Upstairs. He took Aunt Silas her supper. Molasses and beans.
I hope there won't be a storm. He's always so much worse when there's a storm. Hepzibah, you don't think he's been making that stuff in the cellar again, do you?
He's capable of anything. We both know that.
We must think of a plan. Ah, Olive. Get rid of these clams. Put them in the sink and wash out the sand. We'll have them for breakfast with fry bread.
He's taking those clams into the cellar.
She'll realize her mistake. She always does. There. What did I tell you?
Never mind about Olive. What are we gonna do?
What are we going to do about what, Cousin Hepzibah?
Oh dear, it's him! Keep calm! We mustn't overexcite him!
How's Aunt Silas?
Perhaps you didn't hear me, Cousin Hepzibah. You were asking, what are we going to do?
I was? I mean, yes, I was. About Olive.
She's so forgetful.
She's slow-witted. That's what she is.
Yes, that's what she is. Slow-witted. Leave it to you, Eben, to hit the nail right on the head.
What's that in your hand, Cousin Arabella?
What? This? No, it's nothing.
Nothing. It looks like a newspaper, and you don't read newspapers. If I didn't know any better, I'd suspect you couldn't read. It couldn't be that Boston newspaper in my room, could it? The room I have forbidden anyone to enter?
Now, Eben, behave. Don't overexcite yourself. You know how you get when you're overexcited. Think of your blood pressure.
You think of it. Give me that newspaper.
Give it to him.
Very well.
Listen carefully, Cousin Arabella and Cousin Hepzibah. If either one of you interferes with my business again, you'll live to regret it. Or should I say, you'll die to regret it.
It's Aunt Silas. She must want something. I'll go to her.
Stop. Leave Aunt Silas to me. She's my concern, not yours. I know how to deal with her. I'm the only one who knows how to deal with her. Remember my words.
Yes, yes, Evan, we'll remember.
You wouldn't dream of interfering in your private affairs. You know that.
Coming, Aunt Silas.
Dear, oh dear, it's worse than I imagined.
No violence, there mustn't be any violence. I can't stand violence.
We must speak with the general.
An excellent idea. The general always knows what to do. What was that?
What?
Thought I heard a car.
When?
Just now. Pulling up to the house.
Oh, it was probably the wind.
I don't think so. These windows are so dirty, it's hard to see anything.
You know we can't clean the windows. The general wouldn't stand for it.
The bars block so much of the view. I was right. There is a car. Someone got out.
Who?
How should I know?
Is it a man or is it a woman?
A woman.
Oh. Oh.
Now what?
She might be answering Evan's advertisement.
Must get rid of her before he sees her. It's our only chance.
It's her only chance. Quick, open it before there's more knocking.
Yes, yes. What a miserable night. Damp and windy. It's no wonder my car didn't fall apart. You've got more potholes on that dirt road than a monkey's got fleas. Oh, and wouldn't you know it, there's no fire? I'm chilled to the bone.
If you're looking for a room, I'm afraid you're out of luck. We're closed. It's out of season.
Out of season? Was this place ever in season? What difference does it make? I'm not a tourist. I'm a nurse. The advertisement. Name's Adams. Jane Adams. I'm here for an interview. I like the part about excellent salary, and isolation doesn't bother me.
We don't have a television. No television. If you like television, you won't like it here.
That's okay. Television's not really a big thing in my life. So, you mean to tell me that this place actually gets tourists?
The old Wayside Inn was once a popular little hotel.
And when was that? Quite some time ago.
When we were young.
I got lost a couple of times. Had to stop in Gloucester and ask for directions. When I mentioned Ye Old Wayside Inn, people looked at me as if I was searching for Dracula's castle. Now that I've seen the place, I know why. So, what's so unusual about the patient? Oh, and what are you paying?
General, we need you. We're desperate.
General.
General Saltmarsh, our ancestor. This used to be his home.
And, he doesn't live here now?
How could he? He's been dead for centuries.
Died the Revolutionary War. Well, how about that? I take it one of you ladies is the most unusual patient. Or is it both? The advertisement didn't say anything about two patients. That's twice the work.
Well, what a pity you've had to waste your time. The position has been filled.
I drove all the way up from Boston and do not appreciate the bum's rush.
Drive carefully.
What's this? Stop pushing, stop shoving. Wait.
What's going on down there?
Oh, goodness! Hurry up! I'm going as fast as I can!
You've come about the job?
Yes, I have. I tried to call from Boston, but it seems you have no phone.
Don't need one.
Since the position has been filled.
The job has not been filled.
But those women said.
Pay no attention to what my cousins say. They speak too much about things that don't concern them.
But I thought one of them might be the patient. Is something wrong?
Should there be?
It's just the way you're staring at me. Your eyes are so strange. I've changed my mind. This place is a bit too, remote. If I run into anyone who's interested, I'll get them in touch.
Sit down.
Look here, you!
I said sit! Have you no humanitarian instincts? You're supposed to be a nurse. At least have the courtesy to meet the patient before you make your decision.
If you like.
I like it. Didn't you understand me? I do not want you to leave until you meet the patient.
I wasn't leaving. I was just admiring all the old and lovely antiques you have here. Can I help you? I'm Jane Adams. I'm a nurse. I'm here about the position. The man with the beard wanted me to meet you. Can you hear me? Ah, you can't hear nor see. In that case, I don't mind telling you that this dungeon gives me the creeps. Waste my time and my gas to come up here for nothing. I don't work that way. I wouldn't stay in this cobweb factory if he paid me in oil stock. What's this? Something shiny. Not bad. That'll get me a few hundred over on Charles Street. Getting out, huh? Can't say I blame you. If you don't like the company, the feeling's mutual. If I did stay, I could clean this place out by the weekend. No. Come on, Jane. Get out. Move. Or in the case of the old Wayside Inn, flee.
Not leaving, are you?
I'm warning you. Don't try anything. What are you doing? Those are my car keys. Give those back. You have no right.
I told you I wanted you to meet the most unusual patient.
But I already met her, the blind girl.
Blind? Ah, that must have been Olive. Pay no attention to Olive. She has fancies. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
What do you mean, long time? I don't know what you're talking about. Just give me those car keys and I'll be on my way. Otherwise...
What, Effie? I don't like threats. I never did.
Effie? Who's Effie?
As if you didn't know. As if sweet butter wouldn't melt in your mouth.
When I stopped in Gloucester, I asked for directions. People saw me. They'll know I came here.
What are you afraid of?
I'm not afraid.
Good. I'll get the patients.
Besides, I told the friendly boss and I was coming. She knows about the ad in the paper. Spare key in the glove compartment. It's locked. Where's the key to the door? Where is it? Let me out! Let me out!
Here we are. Here's the patient.
You can't make me stay. I won't. Open the door.
All in good time. I told you I wanted you to meet the most unusual patient. And here she is.
Can you hear anything? He's moving around. I can hear that. What can he be doing down there?
Oh, it's better if we don't know. Don't get the mad dog. That's what the general always said.
The general never liked dogs.
Can you help me?
Come on.
There we go. Nope. There it is. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
A lot faster than last time.
What?
It wasn't me. It was Aunt Silas.
Olive. You're not a piece of furniture. Go see what the old woman wants.
I don't think Evan did anything bad. No, I'm sure of it.
Well, you certainly changed your tune. You can babble all you want, but you won't convince me, and you certainly won't convince yourself. You both know he's capable of anything. Cousin Ebenezer's a lunatic.
Don't say that. I don't want to think about it. He gets tense, that's all.
That's what they said about Jack the Ripper.
That poor woman, Miss Adams. I didn't like her very much. She seemed pushy to me.
What's that got to do with anything? You haven't been making any sense since Miss Adams came through that door. He's done away with her.
No.
If he asks Olive to bake a wedding cake, we're in for a really bad time.
Miss Adams's car isn't out there.
I know that.
I think she got frightened and drove away.
More than likely, Eben drove her car off the Marsh Road. The Marsh Road is treacherous. There's only one thing to do.
Not the police.
We must contact the general.
We've tried all last night. He didn't come through.
There's interference in the spirit world. It's bound to clear.
Oh, Shenandoah, I long to hear you.
Oh dear.
Way away.
He's coming up. Oh, I'm frightened.
Keep calm. We must act normal.
I don't know how. Let's go into the kitchen. Let's go outside. Let's get away from him.
No, 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 no. That would only make him angry. Think of him as a storm that's bound to pass.
More like a hurricane.
What are you two looking at?
Nothing.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum. 2 peas in a pod, that's what you are. 2 dried up peas in a pod.
Oh dear.
Not afraid of me, are you, cousins?
How you like to tease. We're not afraid of you. We love you.
And you love us. You never do anything to harm us. No matter what, Eben, remember this. We're family.
Have a drink.
Oh,
You know we don't drink.
that's foul, nasty stuff, Eben. You shouldn't make it. Last time it made you ill.
I do whatever I want in this house. Aunt Silas won't live forever.
I'm not so sure about that, Eben. She's almost 112.
Oh, 113.
She might-
I said she won't live forever.
You lady right. Whatever you say, Eben. You're the boss.
That's right. I'm the boss of Ye Old Wayside Inn. I take care of Aunt Silas as if she was a baby. She owes me a lot. She owes me this tavern. Mine! She's promised it to me. And if I wanted, I could kick the 2 of you out onto Marsh Road.
Cousin Eben, dear Cousin Eben, you wouldn't do that.
We have no place to go.
We have no money.
You could always go back to that charity hospital.
No, Eben. Hepzibah and I will not go back to that hospital. Never.
It wasn't actually a hospital. They called it a home, but Arabella's right, Cousin Eben. We won't go back there.
And stay out of my way. Empty. I'll get another. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to hear you way away, rolling river.
Just get there already.
I'm going as fast as I can. You know my cankles hurt.
General, are you up there?
Wicked. That's what he is. Wicked.
Not again. It's another one.
What?
A girl. I can tell by the way she's looking at this place that she's answering the ad from the Boston paper.
Well, if it's not one thing, it's another.
She's coming this way. Shall we let her in? I don't think we should. We have to get rid of her.
How do you suppose we keep her out?
There's nobody here. Go away. Shoo.
heaven's sake, do you expect her to believe nobody's here? You're talking to her from the other side of the door.
Excuse me, is it all right to come in? I did not.
There's nobody here. Yes, come in.
That's some mud out there.
Dangerous and tricky, but only when it's muddy.
When General Saltmarsh owned the inn, it was the main road to Boston.
Isn't that interesting? Who's General Saltmarsh?
What can we do for you?
I heard about an ad for a nurse.
That's what I was afraid of.
Have there been many applicants?
No, none.
You're the first.
Perhaps I should introduce myself. My name is Shaw, Mary Shaw, RN.
You're much too young and too pretty. We were looking for someone who was older, more wrinkled.
Wrinkled? I'm an excellent nurse. I can assure you of that.
We don't doubt it, but we're isolated here.
That's why the advertisement caught my eye.
The nurse is young and pretty. She never stays.
Why don't you come back next week? Yes, that's a good idea. Next week would be much better for an interview. We'll see you then. Goodbye, Miss Shaw.
You must excuse my cousin Hepzibah, Miss Shaw. She has the tendency to take charge of things when things are none of her business. I've spoken to her before about that habit. She doesn't seem to get the message.
Really trying to help Cousin Ebenezer.
This is our best table, Miss Shaw. Please, sit. It's a long drive from Boston. Rest yourself.
Thank you. I love these old New England inns, and the names are always so interesting. General Saltmarsh, Hepzibah, Cousin Ebenezer.
My name's Arabella. We're all salt marshes. We've been here since George III was King of England.
She means the family.
So, you guys are like living history, aren't you? This place is so atmospheric. Yes, that's it. Atmospheric. It reeks of another time. Do you have many guests?
No, it's out of season.
No television.
No telephone either.
I know. I tried to call.
Aunt Silas calls telephones whispering wires. She doesn't like whispering wires. That's why we do not have a telephone.
Aunt Silas?
She's old.
Terribly old. As a matter of fact, she's the oldest woman in Massachusetts.
Ah, I see. So the Aunt Silas is the most unusual patient? I'm good with elderly patients. They can be trying, I know. It takes a special talent to deal with them. I don't mean to brag, but I have that special talent. All I'm asking for is a chance to prove my worth. You won't regret hiring me. What was that?
Aunt Silas.
It sounded like a wounded animal. Forgive me, I was startled for a moment.
I'll see to her.
Would you like me to come along?
No, wait here. It'll only take a moment. Be sure that Miss Shaw is here when I get back.
Why, certainly, Eben. We'll see that she's quite comfortable.
I'll make tea.
Do you have to wear that?
This? Why no?
You're pretty. Pretty hair.
Are there any more in the family?
More?
Besides you, Miss Hepzibah here, and your cousin Ebenezer?
That's enough, don't you think?
And your Aunt Silas?
Oh, it's not easy to forget about Aunt Silas. So old. Terribly old.
Only the general is older.
The general?
Up there.
You mean he's in the house?
His spirit is.
His spirit. Ah, I see. That must be reassuring.
We keep in touch.
There's been interference lately. Interference in the spirit world is like static on radio.
You have a radio?
No,
We used to have a radio, but Evan threw it out.
Aunt Silas didn't like it.
Who was that?
Ooh,
The girl dressed in widow's weeds.
Oh, I didn't notice.
it must have been Olive.
Olive?
The hired girl. Don't pay her any mind. We took her in out of kindness, found her wandering in the woods. She's odd, you know?
Very odd if you get my meaning. Afternoon, ladies.
How nice. It's Miss Snell.
Whose car is that outside?
It belongs to me.
Miss Shaw is a nurse.
Someone sick?
It's the aunt.
Silas.
I take it she needs constant care.
That doesn't surprise me. Where are you from, Miss Shaw?
Boston?
How long you been here?
Only a few minutes. I'm entering an ad in the paper.
We're making tea. You'll stay and have a cup, won't you, Miss Snell?
Please do. I can't. Stop by to tell you there's a storm warning going up. Ought to hit by tonight. You got plenty of supplies in?
Eben tends to the supplies. Eben tends to everything.
That dirt road outside turns into a killer sea every time there's a storm.
Twice last year we were nearly cut off from Gloucester. How about your tea, Miss Shaw? China or oolong?
Either one.
I'd better go help her. Sometimes she forgets to boil the water.
It's none of my business, Miss Shaw. But do you know what you're doing?
How do you mean?
Coming here, the old way siding.
It's not quite what I expected.
You look like a nice, sensible lady. So we'll give it to you straight. This family went insane by the time General Saltmarsh deserted Washington at Valley Forge.
He was a traitor?
Don't know about that, but he was a deserter. Came back from the battlefield and locked himself in. He never went out. All his descendants are as crazy as bedbugs. Hepzibah, Arabella, Silas, Ebenezer, all crazy.
The hired girl as well?
Olive? Yeah, she's as crazy as they are. You'd have to be crazy to live here. Take my advice. Go back to Boston.
I can't.
Why not?
I have my reasons.
Can't say haven't been warned.
I can take care of myself.
Hope so. Nice talking with you.
I appreciate your concern.
Better tell Ebenezer about the storm warning. The cousins are likely to forget.
I won't forget.
Miss Shaw?
About your tea. We're out of both China and oolong. How about Lipton?
Fine, fine.
Won't be long.
Who's down there?
It was a state trooper, Miss Snell.
I know her. Busybody.
See if there's a storm warning up. She wanted to make sure you had enough supplies.
You're pretty as ever.
I'm sorry.
You haven't changed much.
I'm not following.
Pretty face, pretty hair. You keep coming back, like a song. Isn't that what fools say? Lovesick fools?
Don't think me rude, Mr. Saltmarsh, but I'd like to get on with the interview. If you think I might work out, I'd like to know about my salary, my accommodations.
Don't you want to meet the patient?
Why, yes, yes. I want to meet Aunt Silas.
Who said anything about Aunt Silas?
You mean she's not the patient?
The advertisement said no living relatives.
I'm quite alone.
No social entanglements.
I don't have any.
You understand, don't you? I need someone who will dedicate herself fully to this position, no outside distractions.
That suits me fine.
Good. Wait here.
Out of curiosity, Mr. Saltmarsh, how do you manage without a telephone? It's so strange. I've never worked in a place that didn't have a telephone before.
No sugar. We're out of sugar.
I never use it.
The milk's gone sour.
I don't use milk either.
Won't be long.
Still there, Miss Shaw?
Yes, yes, Mr. Saltmarsh. I haven't gone anywhere. I'm still here.
Here we are. Here's the patient.
I'm anxious to meet him, or her, or it.
This is Effie. I've told her all about you, Miss Shaw.
What's wrong with her?
What kind of nurse are you? Can't you tell? It's plain as mud. She's dead. Say hello to the nice nurse, Effie. Hello, hello. Cousin Hepzibah, Cousin Arabella.
Oh, what is it, Evan? Why are you shouting?
She's gone.
Ooh.
Aunt Silas.
Oh, good gracious.
Her door was open. I know her tricks.
Where could she have gone?
She's crawled away.
Good heavens, she hasn't done that in quite some time. I thought she was too weak to wander.
You didn't help her.
No, 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 no. I'd never interfere with your wishes. Let well enough be. That's what I always say.
She likes the cellar.
Do you want me to help?
I want you to stay out of my way. If you don't...
There you go! Testing again.